Hi children, let's continue with adjacent angles. It is defined as the angles such that they have a common vertex, common arm, and the non-common arm must be on either side of the common arm. Okay, now it's a question for you and you have to say whether they are adjacent angles or not. Okay, is angle 1 and angle 2 or adjacent angles here? They are closer to each other. Are they adjacent angles? It looks as if we can say it's an adjacent angle. But they are not adjacent angles. Why? Come on, recall these three conditions. It should have a common vertex. It should have a common arm. Does it satisfy the first condition that both angles 1 and 2 have the common vertex? Vertex is the point about which the two arms are moving. Okay, imagine a butterfly flapping its wings. Its body is the vertex. Here, which is the vertex for angle 1? Here it is. This is the vertex. For angle 2, this is the vertex. They don't have common vertex. They two are different. So, they are not adjacent angles. Do they have the common arm? Yes, they have common arm. Even if it does not satisfy one condition, they are not adjacent angles. Hope you understood. The next thing is in the given figure. Let me show this figure clearly. In this given figure, are the following angles adjacent angles? Angle AOB and angle BOC. AOB. So this is the angle. Next angle BOC. This angle. Okay, I will draw one more double line to identify the second angle. This is first angle AOB and BOC is the second angle. Are these two angles adjacent angles? It should satisfy the condition. Common vertex. Yes, it has a common vertex. Does it have a common arm? Yes, this is the common arm. OB is the common arm. Angles are formed by two arms, isn't it? For this angle, OA is one arm, OB is another arm. For the next angle, OB is one arm and OC is another arm. While naming an arm, you should start naming from the vertex and not BO. Is it clear? When it is a line segment, we can name it. When we have ray, we should start naming from the fixed point only. Okay. So OB is the common arm. What is the third condition? Two non-common arms. These two are non-common arms. They are lying on either side. Lying on the side of that common arm. This is the common arm. This common arm, I have two arms on its either side. So it satisfies all the three conditions. So they are, yes, they are adjacent angles. Now come on to the next question. Angle BOD. Let me clear all the things so that you will not have confusion if I talk about the next question now. Okay children, now mark the angles BOD and BOC. Yes, BOD, BOD, very big wide angle. Okay, full angle. BOC, BOC. I am marking that BOC with double line for identification. Okay. Are these two angles adjacent angles? Come on, start analyzing the 3 points. Do they have common vertex? Yes, they have common vertex. Do they have any common arm? Think about BOD and BOC. OD and OC are not common, but OB is common, isn't it, for both the angles? This is the common arm. So, second condition is also satisfied. But what about the third condition? the not common arms, these two are non-common arms, no? These should lie on either side. One should be in one side, the other should be on the other side, opposite side of that common arm. But both of them are lying on the same side of this common arm. So, I can say that these two are not, BOD and BOC are not adjacent angle. No, they are not adjacent angle because the non-common arms are not on either side of the common arm. It is not satisfying the third condition. So, if the angle is, one of the angle is a part of a bigger angle. See here, this BOC is a part of a big angle, BOD. BOD is a very big angle. In that only we have a small angle. In such cases, we cannot say them to be adjacent angle. Hope you understood what is adjacent angle. It should surely satisfy the three conditions. Common vertex, common arm. The non-common arm should be lying on either side, not on the same side. Okay. If I say COD and BOD, again they are not adjacent angle because the COD is part, the small part, this angle is a small part of this big angle. Even in such cases, we should say they are not adjacent angles. Did you understand what are adjacent angles? Okay, children. Can two adjacent angles be supplementary? Can two adjacent angles be supplementary? Think about. Yes, we can have supplementary angles. If I have an angle here as 45 or 40 degree, and I have another angle as 140 degree. They have common vertex, they have common arm. If I add both, the other two arms are, no, this arm and this arm are lying on either side of this common arm. This is the common arm. So these two are adjacent angles. If I add them, I get 180 degree. That is the condition for supplementary, isn't it? So two adjacent angles can be supplementary. Is it clear? I will ask you the same question in the next slide. So be attentive. Can two adjacent angles be supplementary? Yes, adjacent angles can be supplementary. Now tell me, can two adjacent angles be complementary? Complementary in the sense we should add, no? Yes. If I have a 10 degree angle and another 80 degree angle, 10 plus 80, 90 degree. Yes, adjacent angles can be complementary also. In both these cases, now if I ask you the reverse order, can the supplementary angles be adjacent angles? Can the supplementary angles be adjacent angles? Yes, they can be adjacent angles. Can complementary angles be adjacent angles? Yes, they can be adjacent angles. Now the third question is, can two obtuse angles be adjacent angles? Can two obtuse angles be adjacent angles? Yes, dear children, there is no condition on the measure of the angle to be adjacent. Whatever may be the type of angle, acute, obtuse, right angle, straight angle, if two angles appear satisfying the three conditions of common vertex, common arm, non-common arm should lie on either side, then they are adjacent angle. So, there is no restriction over the measure of the angle. We get acute angle, obtuse angle all based on measure. So, it is not, we no need to worry about what type of angle it is. Any type of angle can be adjacent angle. So, two obtuse angles can also be adjacent angles. Can acute angles be adjacent to an obtuse angle? Yes. One acute, one obtuse, both lying close with the common vertex, common arm. Surely they will be adjacent angles. Hope you are clear with the concept of adjacent angles. Now, the next concept is linear pair. A linear pair is a pair of adjacent angles. Linear pair is an adjacent angle whose non-common sides are opposite rays. When did I talk about having two opposite rays like this. In previous slide, I talked and I told you I will ask you in the next slide. Do you remember? Yes. I asked you, no, can two adjacent angles be supplementary? Yes. That special angles are called as linear pair angles. The adjacent angles which are supplementary are called as linear pair angles. I can define linear pair in two different ways. Adjacent angles which are supplementary are called as linear pair. The other way is a linear pair is a pair of adjacent angle whose non-common sides are opposite rays. See, this ray OA and OB are opposite rays. Is it clear? This is in one direction, this is in other direction. So if I add those two adjacent angles, what angle will I get? Surely you should have 180 degree. If I apply a condition over adjacent angle, then it becomes linear pair. An adjacent angle with an extra condition is a linear pair angles. Hope it is clear. If I add A and B, it should be equal to 180. It should be adjacent and also 180. It should satisfy two conditions. Okay. The next thing is linear pair versus supplementary. That's what we discussed now. Or these two angles, adjacent angles, no children, they are not having common vertex. They are not adjacent angles. So they are not linear pair angles. Okay. This is linear pair because they have adjacent angles and they are supplementary. Is it clear? It should be adjacent and also supplementary. Only then they are called as linear pair. All linear pair angles are supplementary angles. But all supplementary angles need not be linear pair angles. Think on reverse way also. Okay. All supplementary need not be linear pair. Okay. Because all supplementary need not be adjacent. See, this is supplementary angle. But they are not adjacent. So they cannot be linear pair. Hope you understood. All linear pair angles are supplementary. But all supplementary angles need not be linear pair. Okay. The next is, can two acute angles form a linear pair? Is it possible to have two acute angles adding up to 180 degree? No. Can two acute angles form a linear pair? No. Okay. Can two obtuse angles form a linear pair? Again, no. It's greater than, obtuse angle is greater than 90, isn't it? So, having a pair like that, yes, we can have no obtuse angle. Two obtuse angle is not possible. One acute and one obtuse is possible. Can two right angles form a linear pair? Surely. See 90, here also 90. They are adjacent. This 90, this 90. If I add now, we get 180 degree. They are adjacent. They are supplementary. So they are linear pair angles. The next is, in the adjoining figure, is angle 1 adjacent to angle 2? Common vertex. OC is common arm. And these two arms are lying on either side of this common arm. So angle 1 and 2 are adjacent. Hope you understood. It should satisfy. Whenever you come across the word adjacent, 3 points should strike your mind. Okay. The next is angle AOC. AOC. Adjacent to AOE. AOE is a very big angle. AOC is the part of it. Whenever we comes across such situation, surely they are not adjacent because the common or non-common arms, which is not common now, here which is common, AO is common arm. This common arm and these two are non-common arms. These two non-common arms are not lying on either side. One should lying on one side, the other should be on the other side. No, they are lying on the same side. So they are not adjacent. Do COE and EOD. COE and EOD form linear pair? COE, this angle, and EOD, this angle. Yes, they have common vertex, common arm, adjacent angle, as well as they add up to 180. See, full 180. So they are linear pair angles. or angle BOD and DOA. BOD and DOA. Yes, they are